17 and verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
It's in the what?
It's in the blood.
No, it's in the flesh.
In the blood.
So the blood is your life force, right? We said to the Most High that we will give our life for Hamashiach Yahushua because he gave his life for us, right? His life for our life for his life, right? But what are we doing? We are living the life of what Babylon wants us to live, right? Walking to and from, up and down, going nowhere. The book of Colossians. You know, every week it ceased to amaze me. The ambulance, the police department that go up and down on the Sabbath day. This is the Most High showing judgment. But our people, so-called Israelites, who are the true, the biblical people of the Bible, we don't see this. We don't realize that the Most High is showing us that we are supposed to be keeping the Sabbath day, right? So let's read that, Colossians 3 and 17.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. Whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High power and the Father by it.
So whatever we do in word and in deed, we do all by the name of Hashem Hamashiach Yahushua. What does this mean? We filter all our actions, all our words, the things we say, through Bahasham HaMashiach Yahushua. All our deeds, which is the things we do, the actions, we filter it through Bahasham HaMashiach Yahushua. Right? But ask yourself, are you filtering all your words and your deeds through the Son? Are you? Are you filtering your words and your deeds through the Son? I guess that means no. Right? So, we have to come back to who we are as a people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So today we're going to talk about disobedience, right? Because the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans do not filter all their words and their actions through Bahasham HaMashiach Yahushua. Give me the book of Exodus chapter 24 and verse 7.
Exodus chapter 24, verse 7. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience and the people, and they said, all that the Most High has said we will do, and be obedient.
So you see that? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are the Israelites according to the Bible, you made a covenant, right? An agreement with the Most High saying, all that you say we will do and be obedient, right? Read that again, brother.
Exodus chapter 24, verse 7. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people, and they said, all that the Most High has said we will do, and be obedient.
No, some things.
All that he said we will do, and be obedient.
Only if I'm feeling well, I'll do it.
All that he said we will do, and be obedient.
Right, so everything that the Most High says, we will do and be obedient. Verse 8.
And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant, which the Most High hath made with you concerning all these words.
So it said the blood of the covenant. It's like it's a blood oath. You remember back in the day you had something called blood brothers? Where you'll kind of like prick your finger with you and your best friend and y'all put y'all finger together? Well, guess what? This is a blood oath, right? The blood of the covenant which was sprinkled over the children of Israel. Let's see what the blood actually represents. Go to the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 11. Let's see what the actual blood is, right?
Revelation chapter 12, verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
They overcame them by the blood of the Lamb, right? Who is the Lamb? The Lamb is the Son of the Most High, Hamashiach Yahushua, right? You got a second? 1 second, brother, for the words of the Most High. See that? You don't got a second to hear the words of the Most High. Read that again, brother.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death.
You see that? We overcame by the blood of Hamashiach Yahushua. That's the blood that we were reading about in the book of Exodus, chapter 24 and verse 8. Give me the book of St. Matthew, chapter 27 and verse 25. Let's see what's so important about this blood. Remember, it's a blood oath that we made, the children of Israel, with the Most High, saying that we would do everything that the Most High told us to do, right? Meaning that we were going to be obedient to His word. But we don't want to be obedient to His word. Today is the Sabbath day. There's supposed to be no buying, no selling, no working, none of that stuff. But yet, lo and behold, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are on Hollywood and Highland like they are every Sabbath day, buying and selling, right? Read that, brother.
Then answered all the people and said, Then answered all the people and he said, his blood be on us and our children.
You see that? All the people in the audience said the same thing that they said to Moses. His blood be on us, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? The Most High chosen people. And all of our children, right? Give me the book of Leviticus chapter 17 and verse 11. Because we're talking about a blood oath, a pact, a bond that the children of Israel made with the Most High, saying that we will be obedient, right? Read that, brother.
Leviticus chapter 17 and verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
It's in the what?
It's in the blood.
No, it's in the flesh.
In the blood.
So the blood is your life force, right? We said to the Most High that we will give our life for Hamashiach Yahushua because He gave our life, His life for us, right? His life for our life for His life, right? But what are we doing? We are living the lives of what Babylon wants us to live, right? Walking to and from, up and down, going nowhere, right? Like you do every single week, every Sabbath day. Read that from the top again, brother.
Leviticus chapter 17 verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls.
So you see that? It's, the blood is used for an atonement, right? For you to say, I'm sorry, forgiveness for the things that you have done, for the things that we have done. That's what the blood is for. The blood is the life force. Finish that up, brother.
For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul.
Give me the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 21. And we're going to read on down to 23. Right, so you see that? The so-called children of Israel, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, have made that blood oath, saying that you would do all that the Most High commanded you to do, right? And that blood was that agreement That blood was that bond, right? That said, I will do this. That we will do this, right? But we didn't obey. Instead, we were disobedient. Read that, brother. 2 Ezra chapter 7. Young man, you see yourself on the sign? I see you looking right there. Where would you be on that sign? Not on there? You are on there. Do you know who the Most High is? Do you believe in the Most High? Yes, not. Read that, brother.
2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 21. For the Most High hath given straight commandment to such as came.
So you see that? The Most High has given straight commandments, right? That means he gave straightforward commandments on what you should do. What you need to do to receive the kingdom of heaven. What you need to do to receive the promise, right? The Most High has given us straight commandments. Read on.
What they should do to live even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
What you should do, this is commandments, right? Rules and regulations on what you should do to avoid punishment. Don't you want to avoid punishment from the Most High? Right? This is not the same punishment that you receive from your father, right? When you forget to take out the trash in the morning, right? This is a punishment that's way worse than that. This punishment is like the elder had read, it's going to be fire and famine and the teeth of wild beasts. That's the punishment that's going to come upon you so-called Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Read that again, brother, from the top.
2 Ezra chapter 17, verse 21. For the Most High hath given his straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient.
See that? Nevertheless, the so-called Israelites, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you didn't obey. You didn't be obedient to his words, right? You did what you want to do, right? Read on.
Nevertheless, they were not obedient to him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things.
You imagine vain things, right? Vanity. You imagine that Hamashiach Yahushua is this man. This was what your imagination came up with, right? Sisters, who is this right here? Who is this? It says $100. You can tell who this man is. Sister in the red. 1 second for the words of the Most High. So this is what our people did. We imagined vain things. Things that will not profit us, right? Read on, brother.
And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds.
You deceived yourself by your wicked deeds. Right now, you are in deception, thinking today is not the Most High holy day, which is the Sabbath. You are deceiving yourself, thinking you can do what you want to do, that you can have whatever you like, right? You have deceived yourself with these vain things. The promises of Esau, right? The promises of the heathen nations. You have deceived yourself by worshiping and following these vain things. Read on.
And said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his way. And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not of his way.
Hey, brother with his red. Brother with his red. So you think that the Most High does not see your way and know what's going on, right? The Most High has angels that see everything. His eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Just look at the sun right now, right? It's pretty bright. It's beaming down on us in pretty much a little after the noonday, right? The eyes of the Most High is 10 times brighter than the sun, seeing everything you do. Seeing you buying, seeing you selling, seeing you being disobedient. Give me the book of Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 2. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 2. 1 second for the words of the Lord, brother. 1 second for the words of the Most High. We are calling our people. We are calling you in these last days to come back to the Most High and keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Read that, brother.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 2. And wherein time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air.
You see that? You walk in according to the prince of the power of the air. That's talking about the unseen. Hold that, brother. Give me the book of St. John chapter 12 and verse 31. Let's see what the prince of the power of the air is, right? We're going to jump right back to that. So our people walk according to the prince of the power of the air. Not to Hamashiach Yahushai, not to the Most High, but the prince of the power of the air, walking up and down Hollywood and Highland, right? Read that, brother.
John 12, verse 31. Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out. And I, if I be lifted up from this earth, will draw all men unto me.
So the prince of the power of this world. Let's see who the prince of the power of this world is. Give me the book of Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11. So we're trying to figure out who is the prince of the power of the air. It took us to the prince of the power of this world, right? Let's see who this is actually talking about. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11 and 12.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
So you see that? The prince of the power of the air is spiritual powers in high places. The peoples that you can't see. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the people you can't get close to. This is the prince of the power of the air. The prince of the power of the air has you walking up and down, buying on the Sabbath day, right? So you're not following the power of the Most High, right? The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're following the prince and the power of Satan, right? Jump back over to Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 2. So now that we know who the prince of the power of the air is.
Ephesians 2 and 2. Where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
See that? So now we have taken on the nature of the children of wrath, right? Feeding our own lust, our own desire, doing pretty much what we want to do, being disobedient, following the ways of the heathen, right? That's around about us. That's what the children of Israel have taken on. The prince of the power of the air, right? Give me the book of Romans chapter 5 and verse 19. Romans chapter 5 and verse 19. Because right now on the Sabbath day, I see the children of Israel following the course of the prince of the power of the air, which teaches you disobedience.
Romans chapter 9, verse 15. Romans chapter 5, verse 19. For as by one man's disobedience many were made sinners, so by the obedience of one shall many be made righteous.
See that? By one man's disobedience, many were made sinners. Jump up to verse 14 to see who that one man was that was the first one to be disobedient. I believe it's verse 14.
Nevertheless, death reigned from Adam to Moses, even over them that had not sinned, after the similitude of Adam's transgression, who is the figure of him that was to come.
See that? So one man's disobedience, because of Adam's disobedience, now all are sinners now, right? This is what we have to do. We have to drop the way of that one man and follow the second Adam, who is Hamashiach Yahushai, right? Read Romans chapter 5, verse 19 again.
For as by one man's disobedience many were made sinners, so by the obedience of one shall many be made righteous.
So you remember that? Back in the day when you were little, a kid, right? And you was with your cousins and stuff like that, and you got punished for breaking that vase, and you know it wasn't you, But your grandma said, if you don't tell me who broke this vase, boy, all y'all gonna get it, right? That's one person, you know, right? You shaking your head, right? So one man's disobedient, we all get punished. We all are getting punished for the transgressions of Adam, right? Give me the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3. Right? Because you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the ones that have been disobedient. We are the ones that need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments and keep the faith of the Most High. Right? Read that.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after flesh.
You see that? So though we walk in the flesh, we're not beating ourselves up, right? We're not beating, it's a spiritual thing. It starts all with yourself first, the spirit. It starts with your thoughts, the way you think, the actions that you do. And then you commit those actions, and then it leads to disobedience, right? Read that again, brother.
For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds.
That's what we out here trying to do. We're trying to pull down strongholds, right? These strongholds that are on your mind. What are the strongholds that are on your mind, right? It's telling you that you are a so-called Mexican, not knowing your identity, saying that you're Hispanic. When Hispanic means pertaining to Spain, or property of Spain. That's a stronghold that's on your mind. Hey, Primo, come on. See that? So that's a stronghold that's on our mind. We can't even look at our brothers to understand what's going on, to understand that we're not Hispanic, right? To understand that we're not black, that these are colors, right? That we are not Native American Indians, which is nothing but it means savage, right? Read verse 14.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds.
So the first and foremost, in order to put on those weapons, you have to first know who you are. After you know who you are, you have to know who are you fighting for. You're fighting for Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai. You are fighting for a spot in the kingdom, right? But we don't care about fighting for a spot in the kingdom. Hey, brother, give me 1 second, brother. 1 second for the words of the Most High. Right? Let me ask you a quick question. What can the Most High not do? What can the Most High not do? You, brother. I mean, I can't even talk to your brother anymore. Give me the book of Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 18. I'm going to show you what the Most High cannot do. Hebrews 6 and 18.
Hebrews chapter 6 verse 18. That by two immutable things in which it is impossible for the Most High to lie.
You see that? It is impossible for the Most High to lie. Which means what? We need to be listening to the words that come out of the Holy Scriptures. Right? Because it's impossible for him to tell a lie. So we should follow a person that's not going to lie to us. We should follow that and hold fast to that and hold tight to that, knowing that the Most High will not tell us a lie. And what we are reading is out of the Bible, and it's not telling us a lie on who the children of Israel are. It's telling us not a lie on these prophecies. It's telling us not a lie on what we should do in these last days to prepare ourselves. Right? Go back to the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 5. So it's impossible for the Most High to tell a lie.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach.
See that? So we got to bring into captivity, meaning you got to put a headlock. We got to put a headlock on the devil. We got to put a headlock on our wicked thoughts, right? And not let it go. You know, we need to put that strong vice grip. Put in captivity. Put into the figure. Put it in a figure 4. These vain, these mortal thoughts of man. That's what we need to do, right? Read that verse again, brother.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach.
See that? We got to bring into captivity every vain thought. Bring it under subjection. Bring it under obedience. Was that verse 6?
And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
See that? The Most High is ready to revenge all disobedience. But first, he has to seal the elect. He has to seal 1/3 of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? He has to seal the 144,000. What kind of power do he have? He told me to call 12 legions of angels to take out all the Roman Empire, all the wicked Israelites that gave him up. But it wasn't for that purpose that he came to this earth. He came to die for the sins of the 12 tribes of Israel. Therefore, he had to go through what he got with me. That's why the Most High said, in our affliction, we gonna seek him early. How much affliction we gotta go through before we really look at seeking the Most High? He said we didn't offend him. We offended him. That's why we went through all the things and all the things we're going through. But when we come back to the Most High, we got next forever and ever and ever. You know, righteous people. Not this wickedness that you see right now. Come on, man. They got all kind of wickedness going on today. These buildings and so forth. Some of y'all probably walking around here with demons on you right now. That's why you here. This is your homeland. This is wickedness, man. There's nothing but wickedness in America. Prove me wrong. What a righteousness. When you keeping the laws,